So this tutorial is about accident reporting, and this is important in regards to how we report, how accurately and how quickly accidents are reported, because it's quite common that businesses don't report their accidents fast enough and with enough information. So we need to really get on top of that. So I have within the forms, I have produced form number 88, and that is the accident report form. And something I want to really emphasize here is as soon as an accident occurs, it needs to be reported accurately, and it needs to come to me as soon as possible. Because if it is serious enough, then by law, we must report that to either the Health and Safety Authority or the Health and Safety Executive or Health and Safety Executive Northern Ireland. If we don't report it, there is potential for heavy fines, up to £20,000. So I need to know all the information, and I need to know it quickly. So with that in mind, how you get the right form and get the right information to me is, again, in the Spock, go across to Forms and down to form number 88, the accident report. So by opening up that, we have this form here, okay? So it's about 3 pages worth of form. But looking at it, so I think it's fairly self-explanatory. Once this form is completed, it is then sent to me, and then it is held in a secure location because it is sensitive, it has sensitive personal information on it. Okay, so if you look at it here, it says from sections 1 to 4, it can be filled in by the appropriate party. The IP is the injured person, a witness, or a first aider, or a manager, etc. Okay, but the form must then be forwarded to the completed line manager and the health and safety manager. Main contractors will have their own procedures for this action. Okay, so regardless of what main contractors ask of you, this needs to come to us. So, note 1, in the event of a death or life-threatening serious injury or major incident, these are the bodies that have to be informed with immediate effect. Okay, near misses has a report. There's an option in the bottom of this here. Okay, so there you go. It is site location and address, gets filled in there, who the main contractor is there, and the report status. So if it's the initial report or if it's a follow-up. So initial report obviously is the thing you do straight away. However, if you then find out other information, then you put it down on another one of these forms, but you put it down as a secondary form. Date of the incident, day, month, and year. Okay, and the time of the incident in here. Here, don't worry too much about this. This is the procedure that I go through if I have to report it to one of these bodies up here. So I put in a reference number there. And the incident type, what actually happened? Was it broken leg? Is it a cut finger? Is it a fall from height? All that, okay. And personal injury, okay. Was it a personal injury to someone? Details of the incident. So what actually happened? So how it happened, what happened, why it happened, and where it happened, and any other details of the incident go in there. Section 3, surname of the person, the injured party. Forenames, position. So were they an operative? Are they a floor, tiler, whatever? Date of birth, and what their job is. Gender, male or female. Home address goes in there, or not applicable. Work status, were they actually at work or were they off work? So again, it could have been they actually knocked off work and they're just leaving the site. Okay. So are they a contractor, self-employed, visitor, public, or floor form employee? And are they under training? So that's a yes or no. Okay, their work address if they're not part of floor form in there. Okay, the person reporting the injury. So that's the person who's had the injury. This is the person reporting the injury. Okay, so again, surname, forename, apply that, what their role is, and contact details. Details of the injury. Okay, so type of injury, occupational injury, or illness, sorry. Body parts affected. Was medical treatment or first aid given? Was the injured person hospitalised for more than 24 hours? Yes or no? Any work restrictions that have been put on them after that hospitalisation? So if the injured person was unable to carry out their duties, what is the anticipated time lost? Okay, and then managers' comments in here, So again, for line managers, contract managers, you've got to put in here uh, details of action of investigation taken to reduce or remove a reoccurrence of that incident happening. Lessons identified in here. Uh, are there any instructions on operational procedures, risk assessments? That includes RAMs for conducting the activity. So again, you need to cross-reference it with the RAMs. So for example, if someone cut their hand and they were using a fixed bladed knife with no gloves, and it specifically says in the RAMs they should use a spring-loaded knife with level 5 cut gloves, then that needs to be annotated in there. Reference number or the risk assessment in there, so the RAMS number goes on that. Was there any permits to work? Again, put the detail in there. Have other reports been raised in conjunction with this? So were there near misses put in before this? State which other report, again, so if there was, what the other reports were put in there. Has an investigation been initiated, ongoing or complete? Has a formal report inquiry been completed, and a reference number to it? And again, the details of the line manager all go in here. All right. So safety advisor, manager, focal point comments. So that could be me, or it could be if there's a safety advisor on a main contractor site, what their input is, and then that will be filled in by them as well. And this is consent. Again, if you've got photographs, photos are really handy. You know, a picture paints 1,000 words. This is the near miss bit to it as well. So again, if it's a near miss or a hazard you've identified, you can fill in just this bit here. And again, this is all self-explanatory, I think. Down here is a tool that will help you as managers carry out an investigation. So it's the SEAMBOP, so there's a link here, and it takes you to this here. So SEAMBOP stands for Supervision, Equipment, Environment, Management, Behaviour, Organisation and Procedure. But it's a series of questions that it asks you. So it can be yes, no, not applicable, and then put in some detail there. But it helps you go through a logical process to come to a conclusion as to why the accident occurred and how you can reduce the likelihood of it happening again. And that's what we need to fill in for an incident investigation. So again, just to sort of highlight the need for this to be reported on really quickly and accurately, so that one, if it is serious enough for a RIDDOR or RADO report, I have to get it into them soonest. And if, again, like I said, if we don't report this to the authorities, if it is serious enough, the company gets fined. In all cases, with all accidents, the managing director must be informed as well. Okay, so this is the tool that allows me to do that. So that's the end of that tutorial. Again, with all the tutorials, there'll be an accompanying Form 6. Once you've had this, can you fill in and sign the Form 6 and return it to me, please?